Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life.
Hello and welcome to Pittsburgh Sports 365. Boom, boom. Your official podcast, YouTube, and Facebook group. Only Pittsburgh Sports. 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I'm even a Steeler fan at 3:45 in the morning when I'm sleeping. And my wife says I fart around that time. Ooh, what a Penguins game, man. Wow. That was a crazy one. Yeah. They had 4 losses in a row. They had enough. They were physical, man. I tell you what, that first goal, I didn't know how the game was going to go watching the last couple hockey games, man. Whoa. That first goal, Gensel from Crosby, man, that made the hair on my arm stand up. And then I'm like, oh, this could be good. And then it was kind of tight. Jari tripped that guy to prevent that goal. I would have done the same thing. I don't care what anybody says. If he would have been upright and got a hold of that puck, he might have scored on the top shelf. But that's all right. And Jeff Carter with his shorthanded breakaway. Whoo! 77. Jeff Carter had 2 goals tonight. Gensel had 2. The Pens won by 2. 4-2 PPG Paints. That was crazy. He had a shorty, man. Breakaway. As soon as I seen him get that little bit of space, I'm like, if this dude could shoot this on our line, he got it. That was crazy. And then that one that Gensel scored at the end of the game on his knees to put it away, the empty netter. Man, that was a good game. We needed that. Now, if the Pittsburgh Steelers could go out there and whoop some ass, we'd be playing Indianapolis. I think they need to run the ball. Run it. Cut it out with the shotgun. Go back to the game plan where you played the Bengals. You know, there was very little stupidity. Everybody knew what they were doing. It was communication. You know, this last game, if you go back and look at it, you got blockers running into each other, O-linemen, you know, the snaps going there. And then you got that flag. It was offsides, and they called it as a... Oh, my God, that's disgusting. The hell's wrong with them referees? And I'm not the only one saying it. Everybody. I can't stand the Browns, but Myles Garrett had a good point. After they won their game, he went in on the referees. He don't care. He'll pay him. He got it like that. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. The Steelers need to get it together. Everybody chant for Mason Rudolph. Well, he had his chance at 19. He got pulled for a damn duck. That's my opinion on that. But that we needed that win. The Penguins needed that. Pirates signed, what's that guy's name? He has a funny name. I posted it on my thing. I know his name's Rowdy Tellez. First baseman, big dude. He had pretty good stat lines last year. 13 home runs, 47 RBIs, I think. I think his batting average about 221 or 212 or something, if I remember correctly. That's just off my memory. I didn't take no notes on that. That's a good addition. That's a real good addition, in my opinion, I think. You know, the Pirates added somebody that's proven that has home runs on the board, that has RBIs. It's a big dude. Ain't nobody going to run through him. So, you know, if it's a ground ball and it's close, he ain't moving. He's a big target. Look him up. His name's Rowdy Tellez. I put it in the group Pittsburgh Sports 365 on Facebook. It's a big man. That's a big, big man. And as far as acquisitions, besides McCutcheon, he's one of the only ones that they've added recently that has proven stats and major league experience, a veteran, if you will. I wasn't shocked, but he got pretty good numbers. If I remember those correctly, it's 13 home runs, 47 or 46 or 47 RBIs, a batting average at a 2 point something like 1.0 or 1.3 or something like that. He's pretty good. He's solid. I mean, a lot better than the chumps that we got. They keep trading all these good players for prospects and cash considerations. I don't like that. What's the point in trading? You get all these prospects and then you don't use them. Ke'Bryan Hayes is about the only prospect you've gotten any fruit out of lately that I think. I mean, I'm sure a few other guys have stepped up. But yeah. Maybe the Pens just turned over the dark cloud that's been over Pittsburgh sports, you know, the last month. They lost 4 in a row. The Steelers lost 2 in a row to 2-win teams. Here's my thing. When Kenny Pickett starts and finishes a game, Now, regardless of what you think of him, you know, a lot of quarterbacks, they take what they're given. Okay? When he starts and finishes and isn't beat up and harassed and injured and sent out on a cart or into the tent, and when he starts the game and finishes the game, when he plays the entire game, Pittsburgh is 7-2. I posted pictures of offensive linemen running into each other. Go back and watch. Go back and find the whole game on demand with your cable box, or find it on YouTube. Entire game. The NFL posts them. Go in there and fast forward to each offensive play. And I want you, for 1 minute, before you fire the coach. I understand everybody wants to fire the coach, but the coach isn't a tackle and a guard and a center running into each other. The coach isn't the one snapping the ball in the tips of the quarterback's shoes. The coach isn't the one throwing the ball to triple covered George Pickens when Calvin Austin's open underneath on the left. The coach isn't the one that wants to try to throw it on a deep fly route to Deontay Johnson, who, in my opinion, has lost a step. He's lost a step. I don't know if it's hammy, that hamstring injury is bothering him, but he lost a step recently. I mean, since early when I don't know. I mean, he got his touchdown or whatever, but just go back and watch tape of him when he's healthy. He lost a step, and they haven't been able to complete that pass over the top to Johnson pretty much all season, but yet they're going to still try that. 4th and 2, and they want to go deep. And if you go back and watch that 4th and 2 play, it wasn't the coach's fault that the freaking quarterback missed a guy that was right here. Like, literally. He was out on the flat, pretty much. He could have caught it, turned, and dove across the first yet down marker. And there was no one between Trubisky. I don't even remember what receiver it was. When it happened, I was disgusted. When he flung it down the field, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Excuse me. What the heck is wrong with you? Like, good Lord. I know it's easy for me to say watching it on a giant TV, but week after week, when the ball's incomplete, intercepted in Mitch's case, thrown out of bounds, there's 90% of the time there's someone open. That's not the coach's fault. That's the quarterback coach's fault. And trust me, fire Mike Tomlin. With the way they're playing, they're instantly a 3-4 win team, if not less. Trust me. And before he even signs his, and guaranteed it would be voluntary, basically he's on a 1-year deal. And I think you're not going to get any really good coordinators in Pittsburgh to want to coordinate this offense if your head coach is on a 1-year deal. That's just my opinion. Good coordinators are not going to want to come to a city that their boss isn't willing to sign more than a 1-year contract. That's the same. It goes along the lines of the NFL referees. They're part-time. No matter where I've worked as an employee, a supervisor, a manager, it didn't matter where I worked. Worked alongside them or above them, or in a different site and just knew about them. Part-time employees do not give a shit about your company. So, NFL referees, part-time, they don't care. They do not care. It's not worth it. Part-time. You realize what that means? Basically, when you're done with them for the day, you don't care. They have other full-time jobs. That's where they put, and I'm sorry, if you're part-time, you're not making all that much money, and I'm not saying it happens, but there is a big window there for corruption. It probably isn't happening, but it's gonna. It's going to. Now that you let all this gambling and you opened up Pandora's box with that shit, all them years that they went and refused to let gambling in the NFL, they should have left it that way. Because if it ain't happening right now, sooner or later, they're going to catch somebody doing something funky. Because I when they did that, I was disgusted. I don't like it. Gambling's one thing. But letting them sponsor it, That's like the jab commercial sponsored by Peezer. You know, the jab that goes in your shoulder? Yeah. No wonder Travis Kelsey's Captain Pizer. He has no choice. They sponsor the NFL too. But I don't like it. So the Pirates are starting to make some moves. They've been silent all off season. Like I said, they signed Rowdy Tellis. I didn't get to the details of his contract, but knowing Bob Nutting, it's very small. This guy's big. He's he got enough body to smash the ball. And no, I'm not fat shaming him. He's a big dude. He looks strong. I got a belly too. This dude could probably hit the baseball. And his stats show it. I want to thank everybody for stopping in again to Pittsburgh Sports 365. I had some family situation going on I had to take care of, so we're a little bit late on this release. Normally it's Tuesday. This one was recorded Tuesday at probably midnight. So it's Wednesday because I had to wait till I got home. I was out of the area. I hope everybody's ready for Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you out there. Once again, if you're just joining us, the Penguins snapped a 4-game losing streak, beating Arizona 4-2. 2 of those goals came from Gensel. The first period is all Arizona was allowed. They got 2 points in the first, and that was it. Pittsburgh's defense and Jari slammed the door in their face, tying the game, and then going into the third period, they had a shorthanded goal by Carter. They break away. It was shorthanded, which is great. And then Carter got point number 3. And the last point number 4 was Gensel on his knees fighting for the puck. It's a great hockey game. They were pretty physical. They went in there. They got after it. They weren't afraid to shoot it. Malkin was a millimeter from having point number 5, but he shot it so hard when it hit that post, it ricocheted like a bullet. Little tiny bit more feather on that and a lot less, well, not a lot, just a tiny reduction in speed and a little bit more feather on that. Like literally 1/10 of a millimeter to the right, it would have banked into the net. That was a great hockey game to watch. Now we're going to wait and see what the Steelers do tomorrow. I look for them to go run heavy. Don't be surprised if they don't have someone besides Cole at center. The guy had his chance, you know. I'm all for guys, you know. Getting a second chance, but Cole, bro, 60% of your snaps have been botched. Well, maybe 40. I'm just saying, go back and watch it. Even the ones that the quarterback got weren't right in the center of his hands. They got to do something with him. Benjamin, let Kuntz, the long snapper, snap the ball in all situations. We don't seem to have any snap problems with the punt or the kicker. So let the long snapper in there. Let him just snap the ball. He ain't having no problems. Cole, go sit down, buddy. I hate to say it, you're still getting paid for the year. Now you're going to get paid to do nothing but sit down over there. Because you're going to get down there and you're going to sit down, Jagoff. Because you had your chance. I'm sorry, bro. Kuntz can snap that ball I think that's his name. He's been there for a while. Yeah, it's Kuntz. The long snapper. I haven't seen many, if any, problems at all. Harvin gets the ball right in the breadbasket when he's ready to punt it, which is way too damn often. So, in my mind, you put Kuntz in there. They made a switch at nose tackle. That's probably good. They really need to get this defense together. Minka Fitzpatrick went on and said, did an interview. I don't remember whose microphone it was. I always get a blur because I always just watch those when I'm doing stuff. Because I'm always like multitasking and shit. So like, I'll be scrolling while I'm sorting something and I'll see Minka Fitzpatrick says, and it'll have a little video. You know how the preview does. This part starts to play. So I just click it and let it play. So I don't ever see who's doing the interview, hardly ever. But he said, the people that know what it's like to be a Steeler and work for it, they get it. But you got some people that come in here and want to throw on his Steelers jersey. And basically, in layman's terms, he said, you want to put on a Steelers jersey and enjoy the fruit of being a Pittsburgh Steeler and being a Yinzer. And my opinion of that is, I'm a Yinzer, so be my guest, put a jersey on. But son bitch, you're gonna be under a microscope because real Yinzers are gonna watch the footage. They're gonna watch the game. And they're gonna see all the stupid shit that you do, bruh. And you come in there and put that Steelers jersey on. But like Minka said, if you're gonna come to my city and wear my team colors, and our tax dollars pay for you to play, and we still got to pay for high prices for tickets, which I'm not complaining. I love it. I love going there. It's a treat. It's great. I'm not complaining about the prices. I'm saying, if you're going to put a Steelers jersey on in our freaking city, then let me tell you, bub, you better get on there and you better do that work and you better earn it because nothing's handed to you in the city of Pittsburgh, bruh. Nothing. You get nothing for free in Pittsburgh. We're blue collar. If you think you're just going to put a Steelers jersey on and be out of place or make mistakes repeatedly and not figure out how to do the smallest thing, your job is to snap the ball and block. In my mind, snapping the ball is the easy part. It's easier to throw a ball backwards at somebody than it is to block that big old moose is coming at you with his helmet down ready to put it through your face. So, and then not only that, a few plays, he botched the snap, barely got it to the quarterback, and then he got bum rushed back into the quarterback or the running back. Got the play blown up. You got to go, dude. I'm sorry. You had your chance. And they made a mistake. They let one lineman go. He's in the top of the charts now. They spent 2 years molding this guy from a rookie, that guy. Oh, what the hell was his name? That's not the important part. He's like one of the best offensive linemen right now. Because the 2 years they spent, they couldn't be patient with him one more year. And now he's somewhere else doing it. And if they would have left him there, he would be killing it. And I'm not saying that the quarterbacks aren't making mistakes. So don't take anything I said the wrong way about this and that. The quarterbacks are making mistakes. The receivers are making mistakes. The offensive linemen are making mistakes. The linebackers are making mistakes. The corners are making mistakes. The safeties are making mistakes. Nobody is doing their job the way they are supposed to do it. Millions of dollars, you should be doing your job the way it is supposed to be done by the book. You should be protecting that quarterback, completing that pass 75 to 80% of the time. Listen, most Americans get between $9 and $15 an hour, and they need to be 100% accurate or they're going to lose their job. So if you're going to come to Pittsburgh and you want some of our tax money to subsidize your stadium and all that crap while you get sponsors and get to keep the money, then you players better do your job. Couldn't imagine if I went to work. Imagine going to work if you was a forklift driver or something. And you was only good 70% of the time. 30% of the time, you ran someone over that was coming out of the break room. Oh, I made a mistake 30% of the time. Out of the 70 people or the 100 people that work in my department, I only killed 30 of them. 70 of us are still working. How's that sound? I'm just saying. Sorry, a little animated there, but it was nice to see the Pens pull that off. Jari stood tall. The Penguins' defense locked down. Jari saved every shot after the first period, I do believe. Well, I appreciate everybody stopping by. I will be posting this as soon as I'm done what do we call that? Editing and proofing it. Got to be good, right? They got to do all this stuff. I'm going to say that's all tonight, folks. Head on over to Pittsburgh Sports 365, the group on Facebook. Check in with our admins, our mods. I'm going to thank everybody over there. Thank you for everything you do, and thank you for watching our weekly Tuesday night newscast. This one's going to be out on a Wednesday because of a situation. Thank everybody. Please like and subscribe to the video. Hit that little bell icon for more content from Pittsburgh Sports 365. Let's get ready for that Steelers game this weekend. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers.
For my life from the long arm of
That's all we got, folks. Have a good one. Love ya. Stay safe. Merry Christmas.
putting into my running.
And I'm so far from my home.